My name is Dyanne Parnel, and I live in Washington State in the United States. I have been in the food industry now for 23 years. I started right out of school when I was getting my bachelor's in sciences. I had big dreams of being a microbiologist and solving bacterial illness issues, and ended up getting hired as a quality manager back in 1999 for a small dairy plant here in Western Washington. Since that time, I have gone back and gotten my master's in food science and my master's in business administration. And I spent time in different sectors in the food industry, from packaging to logistics, high pressure processing, bottled beverages, dairy, meat and poultry. I've done ready to eat sandwiches, potato products, other produce, as well as fruits and vegetables. I have even spent a little bit of time here in the United States working with vertical integration startups for the cannabis industry. So it's been pretty interesting. And where I'm at now is with a large dairy manufacturing company, overseeing several of their locations for sanitary design and quality design. So I have been involved in hygienic design for over 10 years now in the food industry, and I have been certified as a hygienic design expert. I have helped many companies with their hygienic design and project scopes for several different projects. This includes vertical integration for food manufacturing, where they have crop to package all under one roof. So it's completely vertical. I've also helped facilities design their wastewater treatments that comply with city and state regulations. I've helped companies with FAT. I've been involved in at least 10, maybe 12 FAT, factory acceptance tests, for brand new equipment, novel processes, and first generation systems. I have worked hand in hand, so to speak, with CEOs for companies to help them ensure that their project, their process, and the equipment that they purchase produces the safest product possible, built on hygienic design standards, so that we know that it's cleanable, it's accessible, and they won't have any food safety risks later on down the road. And it reduces the cost for them overall, and lowers the amount of utilities that they use. So this is something I've been doing for 10 years. I'm extremely passionate about it, and it's something that I absolutely love to do. So for me, holistic hygienic design, it refers to the integrated approach to creating equipment and environments and systems that are safe and wholesome and produce safe and wholesome foods. So, and by that, I mean safe for both food products and our employees. So it's really important that we have stakeholders from every department that will be affected by this process. So, from food safety to quality to employee safety, engineering, operations, even research and development at times, and sanitation should be an integral part of this, because the whole approach of hygienic design is to build systems that run effectively, are easily cleanable, are easily accessible, and that reduce costs for the company and the consumer in the long run. So part of the way that our approach has been to do this is to, from the beginning, develop what we call a food safety quality risk assessment. And with this, it gets built into the engineering schematic. So from inception to completion of the project. And what the FSQRA, which is the acronym for it, does for you is that as you're first designing the project, when it's in inception, we start to involve food safety and kind of start to talk about what the project is, where the project will be, what it will produce, what the intent of the project is, and the scope. So we start with that. And then you go through, eventually you end up going through an entire review of the project, have your food safety team involved in the FAT, so the factory acceptance test, and have them really have a seat at the table so that you can prevent potential quality or food safety risks later on down the road with the equipment. Things that, engineers are great at building and designing and making this stuff come to life, right? But engineers are not food safety experts, so they may miss something that could be critical down the road that could affect the product or could affect co-product in some way. So the best way to do that, you establish your cross-functional team with your SMEs, you set the standards right away for what you need, but you also need to involve your coworkers, or not your coworkers, but your colleagues in this, the other departments in this, and really make it a team effort. It's not always easy to do, but I feel that if we all approach it from an educational standpoint, like I could teach them something, they can learn something from me. The projects come together very well. We can build in micro assessments for the lines at the beginning so that they know they're going to need 5 days, right, for pre-assessment, for swabbing, for cleaning, whatever they're going to need. They know ahead of time that's got to be built into the project. And then we discuss it all the way through until it gets to pre-CIR, and then it gets approved. And then we work together until the project is completely done, so that we know that we've done everything we can to build the safest equipment that we can to make the best product at the lowest cost and the lowest upkeep for the company. So if you'd like to hear more about hygienic design and how building food safety and quality and using your subject matter experts can help you build the absolute best, safest, and cost-efficient system possible for your company, then please join EHEDG at the World Congress 2024 in October 2nd and 3rd in Nantes, France.